Hi, I'm Mercy, and welcome to the one place where we try to answer all your science-related questions. It's the one-stop science shop. Let's see who's reaching out to us today. It's Kim Woo from Vietnam. He wants me to explain a practical joke that was played on him by a friend. Kim Woo took out a normal plastic bottle out of the fridge and he started to squirt water at him from a hole. Yet, there was no leakage until the time he picked it up. I think I can teach everyone this trick today. We just need the help of some principles of force and pressure. First of all, we're gonna take a regular soft drink bottle, an empty one, and make a hole in the side with a thumbtack. I'm gonna enlarge it a bit. Since you're working with sharp instruments, make sure to have an adult around. Now covering the hole with my finger, I'm gonna pour some colored liquid into the bottle. Make sure you fill it right up to the top. Now I'm gonna put the cap on. And let go of my finger. The water doesn't leak out. This is what Kim's friend must have done, except that he put the bottle in the fridge. So why isn't the water coming out? Once the cap is screwed back onto the bottle, the air pressure inside the bottle is equal to the pressure outside of the bottle. When this pressure is equal, there's nothing forcing the water to leave the bottle. Now watch what happens when I pick the bottle up. The squeeze causes the water to come out. The weight of the water has greater pressure exerted on it than the air pressure outside of the bottle. So, the water pours out of the hole. This backs up a scientist called Blaise Pascal, who showed in the 17th century that the pressure exerted on a molecule of a liquid is transmitted in full with the same intensity in all directions. See if you can play this trick on someone you know, but remember to keep a towel handy. I hope you don't create a mess misusing the principles of force and pressure. To do this at home, let's go over what you need again. Empty soft drink bottle, some sharp objects, and a jar of colored water. Pressure is also the force that pushes water through the pipes and determines the flow of water from our taps. I see we have a visitor. I'm curious to find out who's visiting us today.
Wow, this place is fantastic!
Hello there.
Hello,
Come on in. My name is Mercy. What's yours?
I'm Rehan.
So what brings you here today?
There is something in my apartment block which really bothers me. The lift says that it is a hydraulic system. Isn't hydraulic related to water? So is my lift made of water?
Well, in a way, yes. It's all got to do with the principles of forces and pressure on liquids or fluids. But the fluid doesn't always have to be water. I think we need a little background first. Will you please give us a swipe? Meet Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician, physicist, inventor, writer, and a Christian philosopher. Amongst his many inventions is the syringe, which means you now know who to blame the next time you go, oh, when you're being vaccinated. Pascal was born in 1623 in Clermont-Ferrand in France. Tragically for him, his mother died when he was 3. His father then devoted his life to educating his children. Pascal was a child prodigy showing an incredible aptitude for science and mathematics. At the age of only 16, he discovered a new geometrical theorem. His work was so precocious that renowned scholars such as Descartes were convinced that Pascal's father was the true author. By the age of 19, Pascal had started his pioneering work on calculating machines. He designed the first mechanical calculator to help his father, who was a tax collector. In the years that followed, he built many more versions of these calculating machines, which became known as Pascalines in his honor. Pascal was also a trailblazer in the physical sciences. His work on fluids yielded Pascal's law, which states that pressure exerted anywhere on a fluid is transmitted equally in all directions throughout the fluid. He demonstrated this hydrostatic principle by attaching a thin vertical tube into a barrel full of water and filling the tube with water up to the height of the 3rd floor of a building. The pressure from the water in the vertical tube caused the barrel to leak and then burst in what became known as Pascal's barrel experiment. In honor of his scientific contributions, the name Pascal has been given to the standard unit of pressure, through a computer programming language, Pascal's triangle, and Pascal's law. He died at the relatively young age of 39 in 1662, devoting the later part of his life to philosophy and religion. Pascal also contributed early work to the mathematical principles of probability theory. This studies things like uncertainty, risk, and decision-making. It can be said with little risk and no uncertainty that Blaise Pascal's inventions and discoveries have been instrumental to humanity's scientific development.
But how does this relate to the hydraulic elevator in my apartment?
Well, hydraulics is a topic in applied science and engineering, and it deals with the mechanical properties of fluids and liquids. Would you like a demonstration?
Yes, but how?
Well, we can build you one right here.
Wow, an entire elevator?
Well, not quite life-size, but yes. Let's see what I got in my one-stop science box. So we have this.
A shoebox. Chart paper. Scissor and cutter, glue, scale, sketch pens,
Okay.
syringes, pipe, and water.
We have a matchbox. Let me remove this and we'll get started. First of all, we're gonna build our building. For that, we need our shoebox. Thank you. Now we're gonna cut out the chart paper and glue it to our shoebox to make our building. Rehan, I need your help. Will you take the measurements?
Yeah.
Thank you. Almost 9.5. Let's see how this one.
How many floors will the building have?
Well, how many floors does your building have?
8.
Maybe we can go for 3. 9.5. Would you like to measure the front in the meantime?
Yes.
How much is that?
It's almost 19 centimeters.
Would you like to glue this piece to the building? Shall we cut out one more for the other side? Good job, Rehan. Now we're gonna glue it. Let's cover this part as well with the orange paper. So for the front of our building, let's use purple, right? Another one here. Hold it. Let's glue this. That's our building. Now we just have to mark the windows and the floors. Let's draw some windows. I'll draw the first one. You have to help me with the next one. Would you like to draw 2 more? One here, one here, one here, one here. Our windows are ready. Now we're gonna draw 2 squares for our lift. One here, another one right here. Would you like to add something to our building?
Yeah, I would like to draw a door.
Now what we have to do next is cut out the boxes that we drew. Be careful when working with sharp instruments. You can ask an adult to help you. Doing this. Our building is almost ready. So now what's missing in our building?
I think the elevator is missing.
Right. Now we're gonna cut out the back portion of our building and install the lift. For that we need the 2 syringes. We'll need our syringe and the pipe. Will you help connect the syringe to the pipe? Thank you. Now we're gonna attach the syringe to the back of the building, upside down like this, leaving a little gap. Now we need some tape. Now we're gonna take our glass of water and fill the other syringe up with water. Now let's see if our elevator works. But for that, we have to install the lift.
So the matchbox is our lift?
Yes, exactly. Do you want to draw a figure of a person inside the lift? Now I've put some sticky tape on the bottom of our matchbox and we're gonna put it right here. Let's get ready to test our lift.
Wow, this is so much fun. This is why my lift uses hydraulic.
The water exerts pressure because of which the matchbox lift moves. Now let's see how it's working from behind. A hydraulic lift works by using an incompressible liquid to multiply the effects of the force applied to lift something very large or heavy. A larger surface area requires a smaller amount of force to do the same amount of work. To try this out at home, have a look at what you need. Chart paper, glue, matchbox, 2 syringes, scissors and cutter, shoebox, sketch pens, water, pipe.
So, is there someone pressing the syringe every time I go into the lift?
Well, not really. It's all mechanics inside, but it works on the same principle, Pascal's principle.
Thank you, Mercy. Now I know how my lift works.
I'm so glad I could help you. Would you like to take this home?
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. I hope to see you again soon at the One Stop Sling Shop to discuss many more exciting science-related questions.